Welcome back for another QNT price prediction analysis video, and in this video I will be giving you areas that QNT needs to continue holding above in the next coming hours, give you areas of resistances that we also need to see a break above, and also share out my long-term Elliot wave analysis that I'm expecting to play out once the bull market is here. And at the time of this recording, QNT is holding below the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance for us to continue gearing up. We have also lost a significant area of support at around the $100 mark, and you can see that after losing that, we have continued to see further pullback, giving us a low at around the $96.6 mark. And the next key area of support that we need to keep our eyes on lies at around the $90 mark, which is the next key area of support that we need to keep our eyes on. But I also have areas based on the Fibonacci's that we can expect to find support in the next coming hours, and also see a bounce back of those areas here on the chart. And by first giving you a recap, you can see that QNT gave us a low at around the $84.4 mark, which is down here, before we saw this explosive move to the upside in a move that gave us a high above the $112.7 mark, in what we can now term as the formation of this Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side. So to the upper side, we now have an Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side, and after seeing the formation of that first wave, whatever we expect next is a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2. And once we have a low in place for the second wave, we can continue expecting higher prices in the formation of this wave 3. And the minimum target areas for the second wave have been highlighted here on the charts using this blue target area, which is an area that I came up with by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, giving me a minimum pullback target area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that area again on the chart, which lies between the $100.18 mark and the $95.1 mark, which is the area highlighted on the chart. And this is the area within which I'm expecting QNT to continue holding above in the next coming hours. And if by any chance we see a break out of this target area to the lower side, and that will be suggesting that we lose the fib level 0.618, then we need to keep our eyes on the next area on the Fibonacci's, which is the fib level 0.78, as the last line of defense for us to continue expecting higher prices, and that is at around the $90.3 mark. So we need to continue holding above the $90.3 mark in case this pullback continues. There are also chances that as we continue seeing a pullback here on the charts, we can see a bounce of the fib level 0.618, and that is at around the $91.1 mark. So in case we continue heading further down, we can expect the 95.1 area to act as support and give us another bounce back to the upper side and possibly get above the $100 mark. But in case that doesn't play out and we continue heading further down, watch out for the area at around the $90 mark. QNT on the long term still remains to be very bullish, and I can jump to the daily chart to give you my long term Elliott wave analysis that I'm expecting to play out once the bull market is here. And here on the daily chart, you can see that back in 2020, QNT gave us a low at around the $100 mark before we saw that massive push to the all-time high above the $429.7 mark. And after seeing the all-time high, we started a bear market where we had been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure, giving us a bear market low at around the $40.1 mark. And after seeing the bear market low, we continued to obey the Elliott wave structures, where you can see that we have picked in a 5-wave structure over here, giving us a high above the $229 mark, completing the formation of these Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, we started a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2 into the minimum pullback target area highlighted on the charts using this red target area, which is an area that we have now fully maximized. And chances are we now have a low in place for the second wave, and QNT is now ready for a massive push in the formation of this wave 3, where we can get the minimum target areas for the third wave by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, giving me a minimum target area for the third wave at the fib level 1.618, and that is above the $390.8 mark, which is the minimum that you can expect QNT to do in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm keeping my eyes on here on the QNT chart on the short term and also on the long term. And those are my pullback target areas that we need to keep our eyes on. And I hope that video was of much help to you, and I hope to catch you in the next one.